listeners, welcome back to CarryonPilkington, the show where we talk about travel and stuff. And today I thought I'd talk about traveling by yourself, and more specifically, like tips and tricks and antidotes and stuff like that, just to help you plan your next trip if you don't have anyone to go with. Well, first of all, I should have a disclaimer. I'm not always the easiest person to travel with because I have very specific places I'd like to go. I'm a person who likes to travel often, so a lot of people can't usually afford that or don't budget well for that. And also, I don't know, I'm probably just more picky about who I travel with as well. So my sister's always been my travel companion because me and her have always had an understanding of, like, if I'm angry, I tell her, and if she's angry, she tells me. There's no, like, passive-aggressive travel things where you're like, oh, I hate them, I hate the way they snore. I literally be like, your snoring is driving me crazy, and then we'll talk about it, and so it's a healthy relationship. I want to talk about traveling by yourself because it's something that I never thought I'd actually enjoy, being sort of like an introvert who is really shy in situations, but I actually found it to be a very liberating experience, and I'd always suggest it for you if you have the option. The thing I like about traveling alone is that you can kind of just like do whatever you want, and you have the option to meet people, and there are a lot of other people traveling by themselves too, so it actually gave me the opportunity to meet more people. I wasn't in my shell being like, oh, me and my sister are gonna go do this. I was like, I have no one to hang out with today, and I'd be in a hostel and I'd be like, you know what, you should come do something with me. And I didn't feel as like awkward doing it because we're all here, and hopefully most people will want to do something with you and try new experiences. That's the whole point, you're there, right? So my tips are going to be this. First, choose your seat on your airplane. When you're traveling by yourself, the worst thing is if you're having an awkward time on an airplane. I always like to choose the window so that I can sleep, but when I travel by myself, I like to choose the aisle seat. So then if you're not sitting with someone, you can just like do whatever you want. And I don't know, usually just for me, that's a personal choice. I find that when your flight goes well, your trip is set up to a good start. If you have your sleep schedule set and you are entertained on the plane when you get there, you're more energized and more ready to do things. Another thing I like to suggest for tips when you're traveling by yourself is possibly to make an itinerary for yourself, because it's really easy to get lazy when you're by yourself. I feel like when I'm with someone, I feel more obligated to do things, which is why when I travel, I'm usually just exhausted by the time I come home. But if you make an itinerary for yourself, then you can be like, okay, so today I'm gonna do these 3 things. So you don't sit in your hostel until like noon being like, I'm tired, I wanna rest, like no one's gonna judge me for doing this. I'm one of those people, very lazy when it comes to stuff like that. Like if I walked a bunch the day before and I'm just in bed and I'm like, what am I doing? So it's good to have like a plan, like a set plan. And as touristy as it may be, another tip I can give you is to bring those stupid passport things. Something to hide your passport, because if you're by yourself and you have these things, you're actually a lot more vulnerable to be like things be taken from you. People like to pickpocket people who are alone. Because, like, honestly, if I was pickpocketed, I wouldn't be, where's my stuff, and make a big deal. If I was by myself, I'd be like, oh, alright, where's my bag? And so you're an easier target when you're by yourself. So I always, like, I know one night I was on a train by myself, and I kind of just, like, spooned my backpack in my bed, and I had, like, my passport, like, in my shirt, and I was like, okay. But that's just because I'm generally a nervous person, so if you feel more open with that, sure, go ahead. Personally, for myself, I also like to keep in touch. So another tip I have is, if you can, get a 3 memory card for your phone that you can get. You pay like $15 for a month. It's unlimited data and call, and like not like unlimited texting, but if you have iMessage or even Facebook, like you can just message people through that. I like it because it's good to know that people are looking out for you, people know where you are, and if you're the kind of person who just likes to like go into the abyss, then like don't worry about it. But I always like having, even for booking things, like I've had times where I've gone to like a castle or something, even with my sister traveling, and you look at your phone and you're like, I could get the tickets now, or I could wait in that like 20 or 30 person lineup where it's going to take like a half hour to get through. So having that data is really good for planning things. It's good for just like general everything. I've never been on a trip and been like, oh, I shouldn't have got that data. So getting a 3 card is just like, it's the best. And because most service providers just like won't give you a good deal. They'll be like, you can pay like $20 a day for that, and you're like, all right, no, I'm okay. And most of all, just have fun, you know, like traveling by yourself can be really stressful, but it can also be a really enlightening experience. I always find that I discover new things about myself and things that I just like didn't even know I was capable of. It makes me feel more like an adult, which is really hard when I live in my parents' basement. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed your stay. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!
While it is true that nighttime devours the day, it is doubly true that every morning the sun returns to frighten away the cowardly dark.